What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today talking about a sport that I actually haven't talked about in a couple of weeks, and that is Major League Baseball. So with the trade deadline coming up, I thought that I would do a little rumor video for the first really big two deals that I feel like are going to go down. So the first one of those two is Chris Archer to the Los Angeles Dodgers. If you've been paying attention, you'd probably be having to pay pretty close attention to MLB news to see this today. But it was said that Chris Archer is 70% likely to be able, I don't know how you come up with 70%, but 70% likely to be traded to the Dodgers by the trade deadline. I'm a Rays fan, mainly because the Durham Bulls are pretty much the hometown team for me in North Carolina, where I'm from. And they feed the Rays, so pretty much all the players that go through that system end up at the Rays, which is why they're one of my favorite teams. Now, being a Rays fan has been brutal this year, being no better than being a Diamondbacks fan. That's actually my favorite team in the MLB. Rays are probably second. That's the only sport that I really have two favorite teams in. But enough with the background information about me. I say we as the Rays. The Rays are a team that, while they had Joe Madden, were good. And Chris Archer, even last year, up until the All-Star break, was looking like a Cy Young, at least contender, maybe even award winner. And people were still expecting him to do big things this year, and he has done anything but that. The Rays pitching staff has been a huge struggle. The offense has been a huge struggle. And now they're looking to trade away, arguably, their two best players. So let's pull out Chris Archer's stats for the year. It's just not good. It's really not. So, and also Chris Archer's a hometown kid for us too, from Garner, North Carolina. So that's another reason. All right, while I pull those up, next player, same team, Evan Longoria. So the Rays are looking like they're pretty much going to gut their team, at least like big name wise. Longoria, since he came into the league, is re-signed with the Rays twice. He really wants to make it work with the Rays, which I can respect. I like that, but you know what? It seems like it's general consensus that it's probably time for him to go somewhere else. Longoria's having a good year. He's one of the most consistent players offensively and defensively in all of Major League Baseball, has been for like almost the last decade. All right, now we got Chris Archer's stats up here. All right. So Longoria, I have not heard any rumors about where he would actually go. I just keep hearing over and over and over again that he will be traded. Let me see if I can find anything. The only thing I can see is to the Yankees, which that sting. That one would really sting. So Chris Archer, again, go back to his stats right quick. So he is four wins this year, something like that. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. There we go. 5 wins, 5-13 with the 4.6 ERA, the highest since he came into the majors originally with the Rays back in 2012. So, again, not a good season for Chris Archer. I think it's time for a fresh start. Clayton Kershaw might have to have season-ending back surgery, which would obviously tremendously hurt the Dodgers pitching staff and their chance at, winning a World Series or even making the playoffs. So, get into the last one that I heard that was big yesterday. There's been a lot of trade rumors talked about. I do want to talk about Carlos Beltran and Aroldis Chapman. All right, so Jonathan Lucroy has been talked about going to the Indians, and that's been the biggest one. That sounds like it sounded like it was almost a done deal yesterday. The Indians are probably one of the most red-hot teams in baseball right now, and they really could use some help at catcher. I believe their best option right now is Yan Gomes, and I think Lucroy, still one of the league's best catchers, and could maybe give the Indians the bolster they need to maybe even bring home Cleveland the second championship of the year. So, next one, Carlos Beltran. So, Yankees, every day that passes by, seems like the Yankees get closer and closer to just dealing out Arod, Teixeira, Beltran, and Andrew Miller and Aroldis Chapman. So Chicago White Sox are a team that I have heard about. The Astros, but I don't think that's going to end up playing out. And then they're even looking at trading out Brian McCann. So there's a lot. The Yankees might be busy on the trade deadline. And then Aroldis Chapman. I've heard one big suitor for Aroldis Chapman, and that's the Washington Nationals. So the Nationals are a team that, again, another one that's looking to make a big World Series push at the end of the year. I've seen multiple articles talking about how they should go all in on Aroldis Chapman, and he's a free agent at the end of the year anyway. So Yankees are probably going to be able to give him up for not an extraordinary amount. All right, so that'll pretty much do it for this video. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about the basic rumor, or the basic biggest rumors that I've heard about so far, and then likely landing spots. When the deadline gets closer, when some deals start going down, then I'll start diving into it a little bit more, just because it's been a really fun time the last couple weeks, being able to talk about all the latest trades, signings, all that stuff in the NBA and NHL off seasons with MLB Trade Deadline coming up. I want to be able to bring you guys all of the transactions I can, and then give you guys my input on all of them. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.